Hmm. All right, so I don't know if, oh, Quinn is with us.
I don't know what time it is.
Hello.
He's in Azerbaijan.
Oh, Azerbaijan.
Yes, some students.
He's almost always traveling.
Something down there. So these are crap. This also.
And we've got
These are her babies.
We've got
Can you hear me?
and Mongolia represented today.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Even.
How do they get
Oh,
That is crazy.
from the water, so the.
Yeah.
The worms swim.
We have the 8th National Resources Stewardship, Natural Resources
Yeah,
Stewardship
right.
Committee, yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna guess that very few other city committees have committee members that travel as much and as
Yeah,
varied places
yeah.
as this committee does. Well, as select members of this committee does.
Right.
None of the other committees I sit on do. And I'm four, I sit on four.
Wait, where's Quinn? I missed it.
I'm closer to you. I'm in Azerbaijan.
Oh, fun.
What time is it there?
3 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
It just so happened that I had to take calls all the way up until this time, so I haven't gone to bed yet.
Oh my gosh.
What time do you have to get up?
In a few hours.
Well, it's 7 a.m. here. I just took my kids to the bus stop and I'm gonna have my morning beverage and
And the sun's
Nice.
coming out and it's warming up.
oh my gosh, it might be 40 degrees today. I don't even know.
Oh, I hope so.
That's incredible.
Oh, shorts weather.
Shorts weather. Seriously. It was 30 yesterday and I was like full on sweating outside.
You have acclimated.
I'm enjoying all of your pictures, Hillary, as you well know.
Good. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. We've had a ton of fun. It's been great.
Well, it's great to see you.
You too. It's good to see you all.
I love your background, Hillary. It's great. It's pretty.
I can show you out the window. It's not very exciting.
So Quinn asked me to kind of run the meeting today. So I guess we can call to order. Oh, nice apartment, Hillary. Very cool.
Nice.
There's this. That's my view.
Wow.
You're right in the middle of the city.
Yeah, we really are. We're really like downtown. It's been so, and the city is so walkable. It was like mostly designed during Soviet period, like huge sidewalks, super walkable. I like that part of it.
Nice.
I can send it to you.
Okay, well, we can get started and try to be as efficient as possible for Quinn's sake.
Yeah, I'm feeling terrible.
So the first item is the one that maybe Quinn can help us the most with. It's award nominees, and he sent a message to us all. Quinn, would you like me to just read through that, or would you like to say anything?
No, I can talk through it.
Okay.
You know, last time we had brainstormed a number of people that we thought might be good nominees. So I went and had a chat with the Newells, Ariane and Neil, and both really lovely people. I think Darren, you already know them, and maybe Hillary, you met them as well. We just had a long conversation about all of the great stuff that they've figured out about how to do water-wise landscaping and really into native plants as well, and have so many great tips for people. They're a little sensitive about being held up as a role model too much because a lot of their landscaping they did with a a landscaper, and it costs a lot of money, and they don't want to somehow project that you need a lot of money and you need to do what they did. But as we talked, you know, they have a lot of really great practical suggestions about how to get started, which nurseries to go to, where to order plants from, how to start with a drip line. And I came away from the conversation feeling like they're just the kind of people that I think we should celebrate and make available as good role models and good resources for our community. She also passed on to me a bunch of resources, which I can pass on to everybody else if you don't have them. And so I'm going to propose that for our individual award, we award both of them as a couple. He's particularly shy about saying that it's not really his thing, but he is actually has become a real champion of thinking about water-wise use, and I felt like he was a deserving recipient as well. So I'd like to propose the Newells for an individual award, and then I reached out and Sarah and I were talking. I was trying to find Shauna Meekum's number, but I was able to actually chat with her in advance of this meeting and got a good sense of where the the Orem Bicycle Coalition has gone. They've rebranded to Bike Orem. They're very, very active on social media, and they've got a lot of kind of cool stuff going on that I was not aware of. So, for example, they have a governing board now that's functioning. They are getting more than a dozen people at meetings. They're starting this Saturday what they call a Connect 4 ride. I think this is a cool idea. The Connect 4 ride is the fourth Saturday at 4 p.m., meeting at 4th North and 4th East, and riding all the 400 streets in Orem together. Working as well on thinking about bike boulevards and trying to work with the city on getting some progress there in the transportation master plan. And their slogan these days is "Family Streets for Family City," and really prioritizing finding ways of creating safe bicycle passages, particularly around schools and parks where children are likely to be biking. And I felt like they're worth celebrating and that they overlap with a lot of the things we care about. But I wanted to bring that up for comment and also see if those of you that are in the know on either of these two potential awards, if you had any other comments and any concerns about these nominations for a vote. I think we need to vote today so that we can try to get awards ready for the end of April.
I think that sounds amazing, Quinn.
Yeah.
I think those are both great nominees.
I agree. I know them both, and I appreciate your due diligence there, Quinn, and I think you got to know them well, and I don't see any problems at all. In fact, I'm enthusiastic about them.
Okay, I know we talked about maybe doing something with UVU. I felt after I had explored the bike Orem that this is a particular moment, I think, for them where they might use a little bit of visibility and a little bit of moral support. So I decided to focus on them this year, if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds great. Do you have anything, Hillary, you'd like to say? Okay. Sorry, Quinn.
No, I just think that it would be good for us to vote officially if we want to make these awards, and then I can work with Matt to get the awards and in time to present at our presence before the city council.
Okay. So let's have a vote then for the Knowles, right? For the individuals awards and the Orem Bicycle Coalition for the organization. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
And an aye from Hillary.
And that's an aye from Hillary, so that's unanimous. All right, I think we can proceed then, Quinn.
Okay, Matt, is that okay with you? What's the process there?
Yeah, just get those ordered, and I think we've done in the past, you put in the order, right?
Yeah, I can put the order in if you'd like.
If you would do that since you've done it before, and I will go pick them up and I'm available. But
Thank you for doing that. That's great.
Excellent. So the second item on the agenda are upcoming events. So first one is the hike. So Darren, if you want to do any updates with that, that's happening on April 13th, correct?
April 13th at 10 a.m. is what I have on my calendar, and I've talked to the DWR representative, Mike Farmer. Let's see, was that his name? Doesn't sound right now. And it's on his schedule, and I don't think anything has changed from last month when I said that, our idea was to just meet at the park and have a little background on what the purpose of the property is up there and who manages it and what they manage it for and what are some of the issues they face. And then to kind of walk up the road, expecting something like a 2-mile round trip hike. So really accessible to anybody. The trails are in fact, it's a road for a while. I mean, not anybody, excuse me, but quite accessible trails, and most people would be able to do it, and people could turn around if they wanted to early, and yeah, so I don't think anything has changed since I made that report last time, and we just need to advertise it because that's coming up now soonish.
And this is Mount Timpanogos Park?
Yes,
Okay,
right.
and just meet at like the pavilion at the top of the
Yeah.
parking lot?
Yes, right,
Okay.
yeah, I should designate a particular area, that's a good point. I haven't yet decided, but yeah, I don't know, maybe we just meet. Yeah, maybe we just meet at the flower beds there, I guess we could meet at the pavilion, yeah, right.
Is it gonna take you up to the fire road or like where?
Yeah, so we're going to hike up the fire road for a bit until you get to the wildlife management area trails that are up there. And which is, as you fork, it's to the left and it's toward the water tank, if you know the area and all. And there's a kiosk there that they put in a couple of years ago, and there's a whole trail system through there. So we'll hike up the trail system up to the road that cuts across above or midway through the trail system, really above the lower trail system, which is known as the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, even though it's a road there. And then we'll come back.
close the date again.
Pardon me?
Date again.
April
April 13th.
And is Mark gonna give special permission to open the trails?
Mark, that's his name, I said Mike.
Is he going to, they're theoretically closed until April 15th?
They are closed to mountain bikers. They're not closed to hikers.
That doesn't make sense closed.
No, they're only closed to bikers. Yeah,
I feel.
no.
Since you're a biker.
I am.
I was like, the other day, and I was like, seriously.
Oh, that's right. You're a biker.
Yeah,
I
she's a
forgot.
biker.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Um,
tells them.
Yeah, no, I hike up there all the time. I
So it's
walk.
open to hikers.
It's always open to hikers in the winter and anytime it's open to hikers. So we'll be fine. Yeah. But thank you for remembering that, and
We're all just chomping at the bit, and then the weather gets nice, we're dying.
well, yeah, exactly. I rode today the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. Do you ever ride that? Maybe this is a little too much personal, but
The horses are totally chewed it up.
yeah, they chew it up badly,
Every
right?
spring.
But yeah.
The horses.
Yes, horses are a real
That
problem on
fire
these
road up
trails.
there, it's Swiss cheese. It's so good.
Yeah, including on the trails that we're talking about. But, yeah.
So for advertising,
Yeah,
we need to make like a,
On what time of the hearts?
oh, sorry, 10 a.m.
10 a.m., right?
10 a.m. at the park.
That was Timber.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, Tim Park.
For the flower beds pavilion area.
Yeah,
At the top of the parking lot there.
yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So we'll need like some sort of flyer for social media. And do we want to advertise to, let's see, I guess the only email list we have is your list, Aaron. Do you wanna
Yes.
send that out to that one?
I can, right, yeah. It's a little less extensive than what I was recalling, but
Yeah.
people are responsive. I get emails back sometimes, and oh, put my neighbor on this, I had last time, and so, yeah. And I have I have an email list, and I actually have also a text list, depending on how I first contacted the people. But, yeah, I can use that.
Okay.
I'm happy to keep using that. I don't know, I keep wondering if somebody's ever gonna write back and unsubscribe me, but.
And Hillary, would you be able to make the social media flyer? All right, is there any additional information you would need?
I don't think so. Maybe you can just send me an email with like the exact thing, so I'm.
Do that right now.
Yeah.
Happy to do that, Hillary.
But yeah, I can do that.
Okay, and when should we ask Pete to put it out?
Well, we're 3.5 weeks out.
We're 3.5 weeks out now. I think people need 2 weeks, maybe, notice.
Yeah,
I mean, ideally, we would do it at like 2 weeks out and like
And
2
then-
days
yeah.
out, or
Right,
something like
yes,
that. But
yes.
I would take 2 weeks out
Yeah.
rather than nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else we need for that activity, or are we doing any food? I don't think we have
Any-
budget or anything for that. do we?
So, yeah, I feel like I nearly broke Orem City last time, reimbursing me for the donuts.
I will
Good.
take care of all food stuff this time.
Okay. I at least nearly broke the process.
What are you? Donuts again? or-
Yeah, I don't know, maybe not donuts again, maybe,
Like a granola bar? or
yeah,
something?
granola bars, yeah,
Something
let's make it
fun
more,
for
let's
a
make it
hike.
more sort of trail
I
oriented.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
they're like at Costco, there are those packs of like trail mix.
Yeah,
They're,
something like
they're
that.
not, so if they're not allergies, that might be, but it's a trail mix.
Okay.
And, I
Yeah,
mean,
I like
maybe,
that
maybe,
idea.
maybe
Not
trail mix
allergy
and then,
people use your vanilla stuff.
what's that?
Not allergy people
Oh,
use your
okay.
vanilla stuff.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
But yeah, maybe we're.
Yeah, I like that, that's a great idea.
Okay, and
That'd be necessary.
do we have, are we able to do that, Matt? I don't know if we have budget for that. Okay.
How many people are you estimating? 15?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely less than 50. What, maybe 20?
Yeah.
20?
Yeah,
Okay.
20.
We could show.
What do we wanna, I mean, maybe we need a title here quickly, community hike, wildlife management, learning hike. Just community hike.
Yeah. Or in
Community hike sounds very inviting.
community hike.
Community hike, okay. Learn about the wildlife management, that sounds interesting, right? People are interested in wildlife management.
And local trails.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Okay, the next event is the tree swap.
Yeah, so, free swap is scheduled the following Saturday, April 20th. And that will be at Palisade Park. That is the end of the first week of the spring cleanup. I think they're what, like 4 or 5 weeks of spring cleanup, something like that. And so that first week is at Palisade, and that's well set up, except it's can be really cold and windy sometimes at the beginning of the day. But it's well set up because you come into Palisade Park, you can either drive right to the row of the dumpsters, or you can turn left and go around to the pavilion. There's a separate parking area, and that's where the pavilion and the free swap is. So if you're doing a spring cleanup, you want to share stuff, you come around, hang out, and go shop for free and chat with neighbors and get interesting stories about, yeah, spring cleaning and then, yeah, so it's well designed for that. So that will be kind of the hours of the spring cleanup, which I think that's it. Or something, I'm not sure. But so and I will provide social media promotions for that.
Great.
But we'll put together a volunteer list of people who would like to help volunteer.
And that's mainly what you
Volunteers, yeah. So that's that, yeah.
Okay. Great. And the third event is Orem Fest.
I'm gonna
What?
stick another event in there before Orem Fest.
Okay.
On May 16th is when Bike Orem is planning to do the Bike to Work or Anywhere Day. And they've secured partnership with the city. They've been meeting with Karina, events coordinator. Yeah, and so the city will sponsor stops at the library and at the rec center. And so there will be some other businesses that will also sponsor stops. The idea is, encouraging people to ride to work or to these other places, come chat, get a snack. What's that? May 16th.
Nice.
Library and what was it?
Library and rec center. So yeah, each of those stations, there'll be like a snack or, and then each host can decide what else they want to provide, literature or a bike tune-up, or I think some places did like a little mini obstacle course. UVU is going to host a station as well. But yeah, so they were able to get the city of Orem to have. Anyway, so
great.
that's
It's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday. So the city, because the city's doing that, they will obviously have marketing materials to do that, but
Mhm.
we would like to also offer additional support for the event.
I will be out of town. It sounds amazing.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to ask or discuss about that though?
No, I don't think so. If there's anything else that I'll let you know.
Okay. All right, Orem Fest. So all I have in my notes from last week or last month for Orem Fest is that we were thinking we would maybe want to have that bike ballet option on the last day. That's June 8th.
Yeah. So, we have two options for possibly contracting that out with staffing, the management, and budgeting possibly for it. But staffing would probably come from Bike Provo. They're the one that has the equipment. There's another organization that has started doing bike ballet. It's Bike Walk Provo, which is actually distinct from Bike Provo.
Oh, wow.
The
The
Provo
collective.
Bicycle Collective,
Right.
a distinctive organization is separate from them.
Is that Ellis? Is it like, anyway, sorry.
So Bike Walk Provo started hosting a bike ballet at Provo Farmers Market all summer last year. They're interested probably even a cheaper rate than Bicycle Collective.
Oh, wow.
It's their primary way of raising money for their activities. So I know there's a little bit of crossover between both those organizations and Orem too, so it's not like they're not supporting Orem, supportive organizations. So I was gonna reach out to, sorry, it's a mouthful, Bike Walk Program, see if they'd be interested in doing it. Either way, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same Bike Walk Provo, but there's somebody on Bike Orem who, he lives here, but he has a business in Provo. Maybe he's involved with the Bike Walk Provo, but he was interested in
Both
the
those
the
groups
ballet.
have Orem residents
Right.
participating in different levels.
So I don't know if he's with the same group that is, because he had talked about how he wanted to get material to help put on, bike ballets and that.
Yeah.
So he was interested in. Also, I think bringing a bike ballet to our farmers markets, Wednesday events over the summer as well.
That'd be awesome.
Provide the safe rooms.
No, they provide, it's sort of a setup where they hang the bicycles. And then they provide shelter for those bicycles in case of weather, usually. And then they staff it, so there's always people eyes on stuff. They give you a ticket, when you check out, and bring a ticket back in with your bike. So it provides a centralized place for bicycles to come, have their stuff protected, watched, and yeah, it's a lot closer than parking. So that's sort of the incentive, is encouraging people who are interested in that, or making it a little bit easier, for those that are already interested in doing it.
Yeah.
There's no way to put it back.
Yeah, like in the city center park. My family rode our bike to the farmer's market, the only place with bike rack to the by the senior citizens. Which,
So you're chaining it to a tree or something.
yeah, you can, there are other spots, but
Yeah,
this
but
would be
this-
nice.
But it also, sorry, as a bike, I don't do it religiously, but as a bike user, almost sends a message of second class citizenry.
Yeah.
Oh, I arrived at the destination, and there's 5,000 parking stalls, but not one place for my bike. to
Right.
park.
Yes.
And
Precise.
park at, so, what?
It does fit the priorities.
Yeah, so I don't think people are consciously thinking that, but it's sort of subconsciously, I think it's there, as a bike. So this is, this just for your background, into this came up last year as an option, we were able to hold off for the timing. And so it came back as a priority this year. We'll probably, because it's in June, just have to draw from existing budget, which I can move with Jason on that. But we did put in a formal budget request for future.
My thought on this is, it's awesome, I love the idea, I think it would be great if we could put it in the Orem Fest marketing material, so people know
Yes.
it's there, but that's coming out recently soon, I don't know the exact date, but that would be something good. That would be awesome.
That would be huge.
Because if I knew, oh, there's a bike ride, I would take my bike, and if I didn't, I'd be like, oh, just go.
Okay, we'll jump on that. I was just looking for the text. So if I can find it before we end, I'll just text him right now. Jacob Brooks is the guy like. So,
Awesome. Okay, the last event, is rain barrel distribution.
yeah, so that's underway. I just gotta start advertising the heck out of it.
Okay, is there anything you need from the committee? Okay, awesome. I'm glad we're doing that again.
Yeah, the administration has been really supportive of that. It's been widely received by the community. A lot of people take advantage of it. It's a minimal impact on actual water conservation savings, but it's a way to, I think, help the residents engage on understanding. Well, just how much water does it take to actually water when you're harvesting your own water, rather than
Right.
just drawing from a pipe. And, you know, and it helps offset the water use. I mean, there is a benefit, but
Yeah.
it's just making a more resilient water system too.
Yeah.
You know, we usually ever have major breaks or anything, but you know, it's an alternative supply.
Sure.
So we have money. It's this year we're gonna subsidize about same as we have 177, I think it is. Works out to. So Julie, for your information, what we do is we partner with Utah Rivers Council, who has really leading the initiative on this. They work to get other cities involved. So last year we had Lehigh, Harriman, several that did an event with us, and then there's an whole other event in Salt Lake. And then these rain barrel collection, 50 gallons or something. They partner with a provider that provides them a wholesale, high quality produce. They're really talented producing the USA thing, and then they provide them to us for $85 a barrel, which is pretty for the quality that they're at. That's pretty reasonable. And the city provides $27 subsidy or something. That brings the cost. I think it's 30. Let's just say $30. Brings the cost down for the consumer to $55. So we put in about a third of the cost. And this goes into people's homes to collect for landscaping purposes. So with that, we budget usually for $5,000 a year, and that's where this 177 figure comes from. It's $30 that we're putting towards each barrel. Now, users can buy additional barrels at the $85 rate, which is not subsidized, so good deal. You know, some question. Some one barrel subsidized rate. So I think we'll keep an eye on that one until sort of the program going to be our third year. But that was an initiative that came out of this committee. I just sort of keep it going.
It's great.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. All right, that was all the events for item number 2. So now item number 3 is the 2024 priorities. This goes back to our retreat in January. Quinn, was there anything you wanted to say about that?
I think I just wanted, it can be a simple discussion, but I just wanted to make sure that we knew what we were about this year, what we were trying to accomplish. A couple of just quick thoughts from me. I feel like we are in the best place we've been in with respect to community events. And I think that having the quarterly events and advertising and starting to grow with those is a positive thing. So I would be comfortable with one of our 2024 priorities being getting into the rhythm of those events and making sure that we develop a good email list of people who are interested, and that our community of people who care about these things continues to grow. And perhaps as an extension of that, one of my priorities for this year is to figure out ways to incorporate volunteers into supporting some of our events, and extending our reach and extending our scope a bit. I think that would be a positive development as well. Those are kind of process things. And I wanted to check, see if there were any other process type of priorities that we wanted to put forward for the year, as well as any content priorities in terms of things that we really want to push and focus on. The one thing that I will add to the content list that maybe is open for discussion, Matt, we could probably use your feedback on that, is I think we're in a position now where water meters are a real thing for everybody. And I'm wondering if we could, as the summer season kicks in, really push an educational program of sorts to help people understand how to use their water meters, how to use the app, how to how to really take advantage of the new technology that's been installed. I think that is one of my 2024 content priorities, but I wanted to open up the discussion to see what else should be on our list.
That sounds good to me. I didn't realize these water meters, the remote sensing, that is up and running everywhere now?
Have to an update on that. I know
In the news.
substantially be close to completion, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They have a great new website that will tell you how much water you're using or how to identify leaks really early on.
Right,
So, and I think it's really close. I don't.
Really
maybe over
close.
the next couple of weeks,
Okay.
They're not gonna do it all at once because that would overwhelm everyone, but I think it's over the next 2 or 3 months.
good to
I
know.
think one of the implications of that, Darren, is that perhaps in our next meeting, it might make sense to have either in our April meeting or on our May meeting, someone who's doing water visit with us again and give us the best information,
Yeah,
figure out how we can partner with that, because I think the time people are going to start paying attention is when they first decide they need to water their lawn.
yeah,
And so that's probably May, I'm guessing, or maybe June. But if we made a plan, at least by our May meeting, and we had the right information, I think that could be a good push for us.
yeah. No, because last time we went to them a couple of years ago, they also said they were close, but they were having all kinds of issues and problems. And happy to hear if they worked through them. And it would be nice to get an update. We did talk to them about, us, maybe helping lead out on this in some way, and they were very receptive to that idea. So I think it would be great to meet with them again and see what help we can offer.
I'll put that on our agenda list for either April or May, depending on their availability.
Thank you. That would be one of my priorities. I mean, I like our initiative to do a quarterly activity, and so far we seem on schedule for that. And I don't really have anything to add to your priorities, Glenn. I like also the process of reaching out to other people. I think that we're continuing to do that. We already have been. I think, for example, the Orem bike people, definitely, right? We're definitely building stronger ties there, and so yeah, I don't have much to add.
Yeah, I would say that with the events, one of my priorities would just be, community recognition, that people know that we're a thing, that we have these events, that we sometimes show up at places like the Harvest Festival and things like that. And that, people who are looking for others that might have similar interests, maybe information, community, know who we are and how to find us. I think that would be something I would want to develop this year. Or continue.
And Paul, I think
we're
one of the corollaries of that is we need to have our branding ready to
Yeah.
really roll it out, right? With our booth branding materials, T-shirts, those kinds of things. So I think that could be a good 2024 priority, is to make sure that we are ready to go as a brand.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we've got that in the budget request, so hopefully we'll get some money for it.
Well, actually, we're budgeting that out of this year's existing funding, so we'll be calling it the next one.
Oh, sweet.
Hopefully we'll have all that to a little bit in Orem Fest, or hopefully as soon as this.
Yeah, great, thank you. Sarah or Hillary, is there anything you'd like to add? Okay.
Hillary is on mute, so she's trying to talk, just
Yeah.
FYI. And Sarah, they both just came off mute.
No, go ahead. I was driving.
I don't have anything to add.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that sounds
Okay.
good. Just overall connecting and making ourselves known and connecting on fun things is good.
Great. Okay, was there anything else with those priorities, Quinn?
Well, not necessarily. I just wanted to make sure everyone had a chance to voice their opinions on it, but let me try to play it back. So what I heard is that in addition to our normal set of operations, some of our innovations this year that we're targeting are branding, volunteer outreach, email list, water meters, and quarterly events. And I think that's a pretty good list for us to do in ways that stretch us a little bit and push us beyond what we did last year.
I agree. Sounds good. Okay, item 4, preparing for the city council presentation. So every April, we report on our activities to the city council. This year, it will be on, what day? It's April 20, is it April 26th? No, it wouldn't be the 26th. Third, it'll be a Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Yes, the 23rd at 6 p.m. So April 23rd.
And I will be here this time around. I'm excited about that.
Okay. So last year I gave the presentation. We had some major technical difficulties, but I did have a slide presentation that I did not get to share. But that came from something that Sarah had made the template for and then shared with me through a program that was not PowerPoint that I was not familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing the previous years.
Yeah, so I think that still exists somewhere as a shared document, Quinn, if you want to use that as a template to build this year's.
Let me take a look at it. Can I just ask how many of us are likely to be able to be there? I suspect Hillary, you may be away. Is that right? On April 23rd.
I will not be back by then.
Well, we will miss you. What about the others of us?
I'll be there.
Great.
There.
I should be there.
Okay. Well, that's great. We do have our April meeting the week beforehand, so we can finalize any choreography or anything we need to do there. I know in the past, the city council has asked us to make this a very brief presentation. And part of our time is hopefully going to be able to give these awards out as well. So I'm comfortable with us finalizing that choreography in our next meeting, but perhaps prior to our next meeting, I would be willing to take a look at the document, Paul, that you almost presented last year, and just see if how much of that we can use and how much of it might need to be updated, and then we can walk through that document in our next meeting, if that's okay.
Yeah, I have a note to myself to send it to you.
Michaela, can we put that on our agenda for next month as well?
Yep.
And Michaela, I don't know if I've missed it, but when I came on Zoom, can you remind us of your departure date?
May 1st, so I'll be here for April's meeting.
Okay, so we can still celebrate you next month.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, the 5th item is just to report on individual stewardships. I have one item to report. The gardening event happened this last Saturday in the library, where Boston Swan, the greenhouse director and grit garden person at UVU, gave a presentation about seeds and seedlings and starting your garden and gardening with what you've got. She did great. We had I think 10 people come. It included
Yeah,
me
I
and
think so.
Sarah. But yeah, we had a family with kids, a couple with kids, and then a couple other uh, uh, individuals who asked a whole lot of great questions. They were very engaged. Boston did a great job and said that she would be very open to doing this again if we want to do it in the future.
Great.
So
Yeah, her presentation was very thorough. I was like, oh, this is a lot of good information.
yes.
I was inspired to go for the first time ever, collect a soil sample from my garden, and I sent it in the mail yesterday to
Nice.
USU
That is
Extension
awesome.
to get tested. And I got some video footage during the event, and with me and my dirt that I collected from my yard, and I'm hoping to put something together, like a mini reel to put on social media, like I did with the Xeriscape garden tour.
Awesome.
And I'll do something similar if we want for the hiking activity as well.
Yeah, and Boston's husband was there, who also was taking video and pictures and everything, and she's going to use some of that footage for UVU. So they were very, very excited about the whole thing, and it was a great opportunity all around, I think. So thanks to everybody who helped with that. I think it was a success. Darren, do you have anything you'd like to report on?
Not really. I think we've covered my kind of stuff.
Okay.
Darren, I don't know if this is an appropriate time, but are you comfortable sharing what's going on with your family this week? And I just want people to be aware of what you're going through.
Oh, that's very kind. My daughter just was not doing well, has not been doing well with her heart rate for a long time now. Her resting rate was 30 beats a minute, which is insanely low. And we finally decided to do a pacemaker. She's very young for a pacemaker, but the doctor was like, I have time tomorrow, let's get you in tomorrow. And that was last Friday. So bam, 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 she now has a pacemaker. And she's feeling much better today. And we're very grateful for modern medicine and technology that makes it possible to have a much better quality of life than a 30 beats per minute heart rate.
Yeah.
So thank you, Quinn. That was kind of you to invite me to share that, and I appreciate sharing things like that.
Yeah.
It's a less scary surgery than it sounds like. You think, oh, wow. And here's the funniest part. If the wires become unattached, they will attach themselves sometimes to something else.
Oh.
And if you start hiccuping violently,
Okay.
they attach themselves to the diaphragm. Yes. Yeah. Okay. He was like, come in immediately. Yeah. I was like, wow, that is such a weird symptom I've never heard anything like before. Wow. But yeah, I mean, just imagining what that looks like in there. There's wires floating around in your chest, and they can become attached to something else. And
yes.
Like, wow, what a world we live in where we can do this kind of stuff. And anyway,
that is amazing.
Anyway, well, thank you.
I wish her.
But yes, she's doing. Thank you. She's doing very well, and I have many hopes of a much better quality of life in the future here.
Great. Sarah, anything you'd like to share?
You're cutting out.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then the summit on April 9th. At UU.
Yeah, the UVU Sustainability Summit on, April 9th at UVU campus. Yep. And it's free, but they'd like you to register. And I think Sarah sent us all the link, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
I
it's
did,
going all day, so if you just can drop in for part of it, I'll only be able to attend part of the morning, but I'm looking forward to that. There's a government panel. There's a Great Salt Lake panel. There's a like spirituality and religion and sustainability panel. There's a whole bunch of interesting things going on.
Congratulations, Sarah. That's awesome.
Hillary, anything you'd like to add?
I don't have anything to add. Maybe just an update about Utah Lake Authority. I know Lene Millet is Orem's rep on that committee, so if there's concerns. And there's the new executive director is settling in, and I think as far as I know, doing great. I still go to those meetings. There's not one this month, but next month.
Great.
And I think they got some, like a big pot of funding to do some more Phragmites removal.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah. I know, did the legislature end up passing a couple of bills about Utah Lake, right? So one repealing a previous bill that had to do with the dredging project, and then
Yeah.
wasn't there a new one about different funding opportunities for research or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Like they're trying to make some like research center, like a Utah Lake Research Center or something. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, thank you. And Quinn?
I don't have anything that we haven't already discussed. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Well, then the only thing we have left to do is review and approve the minutes from our February meeting. And I looked them over and they looked great. Okay, so thank you. Does anyone have any comments on those though? Okay, then do I have, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm just so grateful for being able to work with you all. It's just such a great committee. And when I read the minutes, it just reminds me of how active and participatory everybody is. So thank you.
Yeah, I concur. Thank you, Quinn. All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes then?
I will move to approve the minutes. I feel a little hamstrung because I was on Zoom last time, so I didn't hear super well, but I thought they looked fine. I will move to approve.
Okay, and I can second. All those in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Thumbs up.
We've got thumbs up from Hillary. And not sure from Sarah. Okay, but the motion will definitely pass. And then do we have a motion to adjourn?
I will motion to adjourn.
Okay, and get some sleep, Quinn.
Yes, get some sleep. You're making me tired.
I can second. All those in favor to adjourn until our April meeting?
Yes.
Aye.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's not a-
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks, everybody. It was a great meeting.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
And safe travels, Quinn. And have a great 40-degree day, Hillary.
Thank you.
I'm really hoping for, so far it's sunny and beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice to see you all.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see
Take
you
care.
again next month, hopefully.
Bye-bye.